Hello and welcome. I'm Helen Miles, CMO at View. Today I'm joined by Dom Kozak. Dom, I'd love you to introduce yourself, give us a bit of insight about what you do and your responsibilities.
Thank you very much. So I'm Dom Kozak. I'm Director of Programmatic for JCDecaux, Middle East and Africa. Formerly, before that, I was Head of Programmatic, as you well know, at JCDecaux UK, getting the team set up there. So we very, very recently launched JCDecaux Play Plus in the Middle East specifically. Now really that's just a sub-brand for programmatic out of home in the region. It's a truly regional offer rather than being specifically local.
Great, and you mentioned that you've recently moved from the to the Middle East. What's been the most exciting or surprising development since you've been there?
So I'm actually going to go quite personal on this question. It's really just a holiday tip, a travel tip.
Okay.
If you ever go out to Dubai, one of the most interesting things I've found to do is you get up early in the morning, you go out, you drive out to the city for about half an hour, and you go to Dubai Camel Racing Club.
Ooh.
And you go and watch the camel racing, camels ridden by robots with the local trainers and owners racing behind them in 4x4s through the desert. It's an absolutely amazing experience. I'd highly recommend to anyone.
Fantastic. Well, check that one out next time I'm in the Middle East.
Please do.
Well, we're here in Cannes at the Cannes Lion 2025 festival. It's very hot, so for us Europeans,
yes,
but I think you're probably used to this by now.
Yeah, a little bit chilly for me. But no, it's absolutely perfect weather. Glorious day here.
Okay, great. Touching on from a programmatic perspective, what has been the most exciting developments for you recently in the Middle East or for JCDecaux? You mentioned Play Plus.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that's the big one is the launch of Play Plus. It's a slightly new approach for the group. As you'll know, we tend to operate quite individually, market by market, obviously centralised through the amazing team at View for Programmatic to make programmatic trading simple. But just the launch of Play Plus has been a real boon. So we've got multiple markets together, all through one single point of contact, which really helps enable that cohesive planning, that cohesive delivery, that single point of trading. So we've got a variety of markets. We've got Dubai, of course, kind of gateway to the Middle East for many Europeans, for those from further east in Asia, from the US. We've got Abu Dhabi, the capital of the Emirates, Qatar, Bahrain, and I think really, really excitingly is Saudi. Our inventory is Saudi Arabia. To my knowledge, at least as we're recording this, we're the only programmatic out-of-home supplier in Saudi Arabia. So it's really exciting to kind of be out there, leading the pack, leading the charge in that region in particular.
Oh, fantastic! And then presumably those individual locations, which ones have been most popular with clients?
Yeah, I think it's a really, really interesting question, and we've seen a very specific trend. And that's really been the focus on Dubai and Dubai Airport in particular. That seems to be the one that's getting the most traction. There's some real reasons for that. One, obviously, everybody knows Dubai. I think everyone's heard of it if they haven't been there. It's a recognised international centre with a big expat community. But also a lot of the agency investment leads and the agency activation leads are based in Dubai. But also in reality, Dubai is where we started. So we launched Play Plus on the 10th of April this year in 2025 with all of those markets. But even kind of months prior to that, we'd focused a pilot on Dubai on DXB Airport, and that really has been the initial uptake. But we are certainly in the last few weeks and months seeing much more traction then spreading out across the region. But there really is some fantastic inventory in really premium environments, whether it be for travel retail, for example, with our shopping digital network, which is powered by rich Dubai duty-free sales data right at that point of purchase, or kind of large format branding screens, really delivering that brand impact, yes, in the airport, but also across our roadside portfolios as well. So a really nice, diverse portfolio in a really vibrant community.
Great. And what do you think about the Middle East specifically that is so attractive for programmatic digital out of home and buyers who are looking to buy in that way?
Yeah, I think it's probably not as complicated as we think. I think the one challenge for international brands, if you like, or what in the Middle East we call import business, so buyers buying from the US, from the UK, which is we're seeing an awful lot of, it's just ease of transaction. It is just being able to access that true quality inventory with media owner partners they know and trust, like JCDecaux. But you can sit there at your DSP of choice, based in an office in London, based in an office in Singapore, based in an office in New York City, and that ease of transaction into what is a really booming environment I mean, I don't know if you spent much time in the Middle East recently, but believe it or not, when I went out there 9 months ago, it was actually my first time in the region.
Oh wow!
But there's a real palpable sense of growth. It's almost like you go to bed and the city's changed the next day. The levels of investment are really, really, really growing, and that's across the region, to be fair. And we can see that, I think, in our day-to-day lives here in Europe, certainly, where we see more and more investment from those Middle Eastern businesses, but also brands who were formerly established in kind of Western markets, if you like, and also China, really wanted to capitalize on that Middle Eastern market, not just the local Middle Eastern population, but also that affluent expat community that's out there and really booming and growing year on year, and interested predominantly, I would say, in kind of luxury high-end brands, but also kind of more consumer focused. There's a real strong and growing population with day-to-day needs that brands can really talk to out there.
Is there a specific campaign that you would feel comfortable talking about?
Well, I'm going to talk about a couple, actually.
Okay, great.
So I guess I'll talk about the kind of where I started on that kind of simpleness and ease of activation and being able to access those kind of affluent communities. In fact, right now it's running a campaign for Mercedes for their AMG line. It's a new product launch, and they just took the opportunity to very simply launch across multiple airports, across those large format, high impact screens that really convey that brand message across both Abu Dhabi and Dubai, which historically, by the way, in the Middle East, you'd have had to buy separately from two separate teams, two separate commercial arrangements, or all of that side of things. And then within that, they've also taken the opportunity to utilize that programmatic targeting, but at a really, I guess, simple level. So they're targeting around VIP lounges, around business lounges. Okay. It's like premium Mercedes that they're advocating for. So I really, really love that campaign because of its simplicity and therefore its effectiveness. The other one I'd like to talk about is for a brand called Mesh Connect. Now, they activated in Dubai International Airport at DXB, again on large format, high impact screens. And we worked directly with their in-house team in the US, and they utilized some really great data that we have. So working in partnership with Dubai International Airports, we have a live API for triggering flights. So you're able to then activate your campaign only when flights are arriving from certain destinations. So Mesh, they're a crypto brand. They looked at targeting just flights from specific locations, specific countries in the US, for people coming in for a specific conference. Mm-hmm. So just a real nice use of data, really driving efficiency. We did a quick efficiency benchmark on it afterwards. And I hate to compare to a traditional campaign, but if you do a kind of apples to apples comparison of how efficient they were to be, we worked it out 3.13 times as efficient by just targeting those specific moments when the people arriving from the locations they wanted to be targeting were coming into the airport, right at the start of their journey in that excited information-seeking mindset.
That's a fantastic demonstration of the power of programmatic and the ability to really hone in on some specific moments and specific context that makes obviously the campaigns much more effective. So
absolutely
fantastic. Thank you for sharing. Just to finish up, what are the developments that you're most excited about? What's coming down the line for you?
Ooh, I don't know how much of this I can talk about.
What can you tell us?
Okay,
give us a scoop.
So I can give you a few little bits. Obviously, maybe not obviously for those watching at home or on the tube or wherever it is. We are in the Middle East in particular. We are an airport heavy market. We talked a lot about the Middle East, but we are kind of Middle East and Africa. So I guess there's two things. One is data. So we partner with Dubai Airport for their local specific API, but as a group, as you will know, we also partner with other data partners on those arrivals and departure targeting. A business called Sirium, who we work with. So that is rolling out across our airport portfolio. So you'll be able to follow that consumer journey, say from Dubai to Jeddah Airport, from Jeddah to Bahrain, or wherever it may be. So around the region, and in fact internationally. So our portfolio extends into South Africa, so you could be targeting people traveling from Joburg into Dubai, Joburg into Saudi, whatever it may be. So that's really exciting as that rolls out. The other element is inventory, I think. So I've talked about the markets that are live already, but we also have coming, hopefully later this year, we'll have Oman. If you haven't been to Oman, highly recommend it. Affluent community, but a really, really a beautiful place and becoming more and more international. So Oman will be coming on board. And then in Africa as well, we're looking at Nigeria, a Nigerian portfolio, which is some really high quality, exclusively large format roadside assets. So some really, really strong inventory across the wider region. So that's what I'm excited about.
Oh, well, fantastic. And having driven in Lagos, well, been in a car in Lagos, there is a lot of dwell time on the roadside. So I can absolutely guarantee that they're going to have lots of eyeballs on them. So, Dom, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely. Thank you, Helen.